People that you're looking for are surrounding this hotel right now.
Can you describe in your own words what a typical John Wick set is? Imagine you just arrived on set. What strikes you the most?
The sets are very distinctive. You know, the world of John Wick, they made such a wonderful job in making this world kind of like a fertile ground for stories like Ballerina to be born. So it's a little bit dark, but it's kind of mysterious. And my part of the whole shooting was in Prague, and it was snowing in Hallstatt. And Prague also is very melancholic, and it's so part of the world of John Wick. The sets are so unique, and as soon as you walked in, you just know that we are in this world.
I want to know what it was like working under the direction of Len Wiseman. Was he very hands-on with actors, or did he give you space to interpret your character?
He was very collaborative. A movie, you cannot do it by yourself. You can be the lead, you can be everything, it revolves around you, but you need a group of people that will support you. You need the other characters to go around you and, support whatever you have to do throughout the film. And Len is a team player. I said I have a few questions about this character, I have a few questions about the dialogue, and he worked with me, and we sat with Ana and we talked about dialogue, we talked about the past of this character, and now that they're gonna be connecting at a certain point. Although it was a big movie, it felt very collaborative, because sometimes you just show up on set and the director just wants to shoot, which is fine with me, but this was much a surprise, because I wasn't expecting for them to make time for suggestions, and they did. So it was wonderful.
Was there a specific scene or moment that Len helped unlock something of Lena?
I think what worked with him was the past. The first script didn't have kind of like the first part of the movie with the dad. So we talked about that. We talked about how she was an orphan. We talked about all her fears and why would she just not think for herself and just look up to the chancellor as a father. And when you have that as an actor, you just come in, that's your homework. You have to do that. But when you do it holding the hands of the director, you feel, as I said, very supported. He had an amazing team helping him. 8711, they work with John Wick movies. So these guys are professionals. These guys, they knew what they were doing. They have rubber as bones, because they will just, do a crazy stunt and they will just jump up again and be like, okay, just let me do it one more time. I think I can do it better. It was very inspiring, how someone can be so passionate about what they do. And this, the adrenaline in these guys, it just runs so high all the time. They're perfectionists. And I think at a certain point, you have to be perfectionist. When you're having a knife and the other person is trying to come at you, you have to know the right timing for you not to hurt the other person. So after making this movie, I have deep respect for people that make these kind of movies the right way. It's not as easy as you watch the movie, you go, oh my God, that was great. But the work that comes before that, it's a lot.
Anisha Gibbs, your stunt double, said that she's proud of pushing actors to do their own stunts. What kind of training went into embodying Lena?
I've never been on a movie that I had to deal with guns, so I started from zero, and I still don't know many things. I just knew how to walk with a revolver. They were so specific as to tell me, before the 2000s, we would hold a revolver this way. Now we hold it like this. And the way you walk, the way how you turn corners. I think that was so interesting for me as an actress to learn, because I don't know what my next job will be. I don't know if I have to deal with a gun. Now I will have that little training that I had in Prague. And I think everyone should be able to have this kind of training.
There's a certain scene where your character Lena and Anna's character Eve get a bit physical, and then it becomes emotional.
That scene was a little bit longer, and it started in that location, but it ended in a different location, and they just squeeze it all in there, which I think worked perfectly as well. But I think that's when Len came in, because the dialogue was way longer and she explained a lot. And I think that's when Ana and I had a little bit of questioning, why would she just keep going and going and going? And that's maybe why they shrunk the whole thing. But it made total sense what she was saying. But now that the first act of the movie with the father was added, what I'm saying is not needed because we just watched it at the beginning. You know, movies, they just cut here and there, they add little scenes and they make it amazing. And I think they did that.
What was it like to film that scene with Ana? How many steps were there?
It's pretty intimidating doing a physical scene with Ana, because I've watched her kill I don't know how many people without rehearsing, and she just nailed the choreography. Like, she was just so good that going into that, I told her, I'm like, listen, this is my first time holding a gun. This is my first time even touching someone. So be nice to me. And she laughed and she's like, yeah, I'm just gonna. So it was camaraderie. Ana is a kind of person that is very approachable, that is a lovely, lovely human, and that I was not intimidated to tell her that I was scared, that I was like, oh, I don't know what to do. And she was such a great team player and such a wonderful castmate that she was like, you know, don't worry, we'll figure it out. You just do what you have to do and we'll figure it out.
You got to experience your first taste of what it was like to be on the set of an iconic Continental Hotel.
Yeah.
Is there a real location or building that you all were in?
I think that was a building, but they built all the inside. You know, movie magic. I didn't know what was real, what was not real, if this was... But yeah, no, it was a real hotel. It was beautiful. And what I said about these beautiful buildings that they choose, it's always grainy. You know, it has that sense of not new, but like so many things happening in that building that you feel it and you watch it. I think the locations are wonderful. The costumes are fantastic. I think everything is up to T. Like, you know, when you're watching a John Wick movie, you're immersed in that world because every little detail is so on point.
Did you get to walk through that circle door outside of the hotel that they're showing?
Well, that circle door was the holding for another scene that we had. So yeah, we went in and out. I think it was a cafe or something. They built it as the entrance of the hotel. No, I mean, like they found beautiful locations in Prague, and it was really right next to the river, and you can go from the boat. It was iconic. It's beautiful.
Was there any particular location that stood out to you?
Oh my God, yes. I remember going by car from Prague to Hallstatt by night. I was tired, I took a shower, jumped in bed. The next day, I opened my windows and it was as if I was in a dream. It was mountains and snow and little houses in the mountains, and it was such a dreamy place and everything was perfect. I'm like, I can't believe that at night I didn't even open the window to see what was out there. It was beautiful. It was so beautiful.
I want to run through a bunch of fun questions to wrap this up. You ready?
Yeah.
All right. Who on set made you laugh the most or kind of help keep things light?
Oh, definitely Ana. She makes everything light. She makes everything cool. She's a great lead because I think she kind of like put everyone at ease, or at least she made me feel very comfortable.
Who was the earliest cast member to set?
Yeah, I don't like to be late. I hate wasting people's time. I just don't like that.
What was your favorite moment on an off day from filming?
Those few days in Hallstatt, I shot in the early morning and then you had all day for yourself. And the more you went up, the more in awe I was with this incredible place. They have like something with salt up in the mountains. It was just so beautiful. It was stunning. The streets were very little. So they were not, you know, it was not like shooting in a big city where they're used to like trucks and cars and people.
Did you keep any props or anything from set or filming?
No.
You should have kept that necklace.
I should have kept all the wardrobe. That wardrobe was sick.
What's the weirdest or most random thing that happened during filming?
I remember hearing that Ana got hurt with a knife, and I'm like, my God, if she gets hurt, what's gonna happen to me? What's gonna happen to us mortals? Like, she's pretty incredible with the choreography, but hearing that she got hurt really freaked me out because they were usually so careful that when someone gets hurt, especially Anna's, like, what's happening?
You looked up to Gabriel for a long time. Did you learn anything from him?
Yeah, he was the one that told me to let my double run the stairs instead of me. I'm like, no, maybe I shouldn't. He's like, honey, you're over 40. You need to take care of yourself. Don't do anything stupid. Don't push it if you're not used to it. Just, they're there for a reason. They love it. I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna listen to you.
What was your go-to snack at craft services?
Listen, I like gummy bears. I don't know why. Although, let me tell you something. In Prague, they had like these, they were cooking some onion soup. And I don't like onion. I'm not a fan of onion. But they were like, you have to try it. They have this amazing recipe. You're in the cold. You should drink it. Oh my God. Everyone was drinking that onion soup because it just gives you warmth. It was perfect for that moment, the onion soup.
What's one thing you always brought to set?
Maybe some hand warmers, but no, I not even my phone. I like to go to set hands-free and I don't want to have distractions.
Catalina, thank you so much for your time. This was really fun.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for having me.